I finally get to talk about one of the greatest Christmas movies ever made. Yes, I said Christmas. This is hands down a Christmas movie. Die Hard. Now, I I was a little hesitant to do Die Hard 1 and 2 for the 12 days of reviews, mainly because I wanted to save them for like a series review. But then I was just like, you know what? Screw it. Let's just do 1 and 2, because 1 and 2, like 1 is hands down a Christmas movie. 2, yeah, it takes place on Christmas, so I think it counts. But once it gets to Die Hard with a Vengeance, and then just goes forward with the Die Hard series, then it's no longer Christmas themed. But the first two are definitely Christmas movies. I give them that. Even though Bruce Willis can say that, yeah, Die Hard is not a Christmas movie, I'm still like, it is. It is. So, what do I need to say about Die Hard? It's awesome. I mean, come on. Come on. It's Die Hard. It's awesome. So, if you don't know about Die Hard, shame on you. But Die Hard is about John McClane, the everyman, everyday everyman hero, not an Arnold Schwarzenegger, not a Sylvester Stallone, where they are practically bulletproof. This guy actually gets hurt. So he is a cop in New York who then comes out to LA to attend his wife's work's Christmas party. But when he's there, a group of thieves posing as terrorists lay siege to the building and demand money for Christmas. But John McClane, he's there and he's not backing down because he is awesome. So this movie it has everything I've always liked. I've always wanted to see. Great heroes, great villains, awesome, a great supporting cast. Score by Michael Kamen. I think is fantastic. Once you hear the themes, you know exactly what it is. It is Die Hard. Great stunt work, because it looks like he's actually getting hurt. It looks real, which is what I miss, and I'm glad, like Keanu Reeves and John Wick, or Bob Odenkirk and Nobody, is kind of bringing that style of action filmmaking back, where it looks they're doing their own stuff. And like, I miss that. That was what made action movies great. And Die Hard is pretty much the height of that. And and Bruce Willis, this is the movie that kind of made his career. I mean, the only things he did was the show Moonlighting, where he was kind of the kind of comic relief character. So when he was cast in this, people were like, we don't really know. But this is the movie that kickstarted his career. And also Alan Rickman's too. May he rest in peace. But this was Alan Rickman's first movie, and he's great. He's great. Even the director, which is John McTiernan, who did Predator, and also came back to do Die Hard with a Vengeance. He even said that in the script, that they were actually supposed to be terrorists. But he's like, I don't really want to get involved with that. So why don't we make them thieves that is then using terrorism as the foreground? But in reality, they're just thieves looking for money. Like, why don't we just do that? And it works. And the, this movie's just, it has a whole bunch of people and I'm like, dude, you're in this, that's awesome. From Bruce Willis to Alan Rickman to Reginald Val Johnson, who, I never really watched Family Matters, but he was the dad in that who was also a cop. But I've always known him as being the cop from Ghostbusters. If you know exactly what I'm talking about, you know. And, also seeing just like, oh, no way you're in this. And also, speaking of Ghostbusters, William Atherton's in this. And, yep, he's still being a peck. And, yeah, I'm just like, no way you're in this. Oh, cool, you're in this. Oh, cool, you're in this. And also has, forget the actor. Vigo from Ghostbusters 2. He's in this, and he plays one of the, henchmen. And I was like, oh, this movie's filled with Ghostbusters. This is awesome. And also it is also awesome that you have a Bond villain and one of the Fratellis, and this is cool. I was like, oh, you're in this, awesome. So yeah, the first time I saw this, I'm just like, oh, I've seen you in this. Oh, I've seen you in this. Wait, is that who I think that is? Wait, I saw you in this. And seeing all that, I'm just like, dude, this has got great action. It's got people that I recognize, from other movies, like two actors from, one actor from Ghostbusters, one cameo from Ghostbusters, one character from Ghostbusters 2. Also, one of the henchmen is in another one of my favorite movies, Big Trouble in Little China. I was like, oh, dude, you're in this. It's like, dude, this movie has all sorts of treasures. And this is just a classic. I can't recommend this movie more. This is just amazing filmmaking. This is just awesome action. This is awesome action filmmaking. This is how you do action movies. This is how you make them. You make it real. You want to make your hero not always bulletproof, which is why, I love the John Wick movies, where it's just like, yeah, he's a guy, but he has all these skills. Or Liam Neeson in Taken. He's just a guy who has all these skills, all these hidden skills. Bob Odenkirk in Nobody. He's this guy that has this skilled past and now is uncovering it. So that's what action movies should be about. It shouldn't always be like a big hunky guy, who's bulletproof. It's not every action movie needs to be that. And I'm glad that that sort of filmmaking is coming back, or the movies that make Die Hard are coming back, and I'm glad. So Die Hard, the first Die Hard, it's classic. I try to watch it every Christmas. It's awesome, amazing. It's not great. I'm not going to do that because that would just be unhuman of me. So yeah, Die Hard 1, amazing. Then we get Die Hard 2. This one, you have Bruce Willis back. And this time, it takes place in an airport in Washington. And this one, instead of John McTiernan, it's Renny Harlin, who did, Cliffhanger. He's done some pretty good movies. Yeah, like I said, he did Cliffhanger. He did Deep Blue Sea, which, oh boy, Cutthroat Island. But I've always known him from doing Nightmare Part 4, which honestly isn't very good. But in this, you have a lot of the people returning from the first movie coming back. You know, you have Bruce Willis coming back. You have his character's wife coming back. William Atherton's back. Reginald Val Johnson comes back, but he's only in it for like a cameo, which really upset me. I'm just like, what? What? Like, you're only in this for like a minute or like a scene? Like, no. I want you more. You're awesome. Two is definitely not as good as one. And in fact, two has I have some problems with two. Mainly down to characters. To me, they're not as memorable as they are in the first movie. And just kind of John McClane asking for help and not receiving it. It's like, hey, you guys just aren't doing your jobs. It's like, are you serious? You'd rather just be lazy than do your jobs. Especially one character where it doesn't help him through the entire movie. And then at the very end, like the last shot, he's like, oh, yeah, I'm, hop on. And I'm like, what, we're supposed to like you now? No, I still don't like you. So go away. I don't know. With the second movie, I don't really care as much for it as the first movie. And yeah, I don't know. I still like it, but especially like the action scenes, like it still looks realistic, and I'm like, okay, that's cool. Like, all right, I'm still on board with that. But I don't know. It was one where I went, I'm liking this. And then every time one of those characters came on board, and I'm like, hey, can you just please go away? Or like, please be written better? And yet they don't. So I'm like, hey, just go away, please. Like, please just go away. So, yeah, I don't know. Die Hard 2, to me, it's not as good as the first one. It's not as fun as the first one. I still like it, but every time when I start liking it, some of the characters bring it right down. And I was like, please stop that. Please stop. Stop being you. So, I don't know. I think Die Hard 2 is one of the better sequels, but to me, it gets an average. Like I said, the action is great. It's still very realistic, and still fun to see the action scenes. That's still fun, and it's still a Christmas movie, so you can watch this on Christmas as well. Like, do like a double feature. But to me, it's just like, I'd rather just kind of just watch the first movie. Like, the only parts of 2 that I would really watch again are most of the fight scenes, or most of the action scenes, because I'm just like, yeah, I'm just like, okay, whatever. So, yeah, I think Die Hard 1, it's a classic. And the fact that his tank top is in the Smithsonian, like, come on. Why would you absolutely just take a dump on Die Hard? Why would you do that? Don't do that. But, sequels, some of the sequels, yeah, sure. But the first movie, absolutely not. So, yeah, Die Hard, I try to watch that one every Christmas. And Die Hard 2, not so much, but still a fun movie.